Hi, I'm Nemdra.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
Take heart, warriors! There's a storm approaching, and only the strongest of heroes will survive. Will you answer the call and thrive as the war chief of the storm? Or will you abandon your destiny like a coward? If you choose to accept this quest, you will have to venture into the Nexus with your most trusted brethren. Attempting to claim the position as war chief on your own would be nothing but foolish. So go forth to victory. Go to battlefight.com/King of Nordic and sign your team up today. No, not that website. Wrong website. You can find the right link to join the battlefield in the Twitch chat, in the description of this video, in this Facebook post, whatever media you see this video in. The battle for the mantle of War Chief and a 5,000 euro prize pool awaits you. Sign up today. Luktar Rugar for the Horde.
Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away,
Hi, I'm Nimdra, and I'm gonna tell you my story how I made cosplay a profession. When I was a little kid, I was always the shortest, the tiniest, so I was an easy target. I usually played alone. I didn't get along with the other kids. I was kinda different, I guess. When I was a kid, I had a lot of ambitions and dreams. I wanted to be an astronaut for the longest time. I wanted to fly to the moon and see the Earth and all the stars in the night. I also wanted to be an archaeologist. And then I wanted to be a hairdresser. As I said before, I was bullied a lot, especially in middle school. Kids are really mean. I hit depression and I didn't find much sense in life. But then I discovered something amazing. I discovered books, I discovered games, I discovered anime and that whole world. I never knew my own ambition and how far I would go. I made my first cosplay in 2009, Amy Sorrell from Soul Calibur 4. I used to play that a lot. And I found her looking like me, I guess. For the longest time, I was addicted to League of Legends. I made my favorite character, Lulu. A new skin had came out. It was Winter Wonder Lulu, and I found it so pretty and adorable. So I made my own costume, and I competed, and something amazing happened. People voted for me, so I won my first prize, the People's Choice. So this really motivated me to keep going. So I made another costume. I made Gnar, a new character in League of Legends 2014. And I competed once, twice, 3 times. And I won a prize every time. In the end of 2014, I got my first cosplay job. I was a hero for the company. I had the company logo on my shirt and I was there promoting the company, of course. But that also made me want to keep doing this. I really loved that feeling. I really loved doing what I love, cosplaying. 2015, I made my favorite cosplay yet, Tiny Tina from Borderlands 2. I didn't plan to compete, but I did, for the fun. I think I planned my performance like a week before, so I competed. And something amazing happened. I won! I got qualified for the Swedish Cosplay Mastership. I was in shock. I cried like a baby on stage. It was awesome. 2016, Swedish Mastership. I made Blade Queen Lysandra for this competition from League of Legends. It was one of the hardest cosplays I've done till this day, not only because of the details and strange props, but because it was so stressful and so much to figure out that I didn't know about, and I started way too late with this costume, so it only brought misery and pain to me. It was really uncomfortable and it was something I've never done before. In the end of 2016, I got to work with Eason Studio, and I was interviewing cosplayers around DreamHack, and apparently they really liked my work. So they called me up to Stockholm to their studio. And from there, they hired me as a cosplayer. I feel so successful at this point. I never thought this day would come, but I still fought for it, and it's so amazing to get to do something you love. And I'm so grateful for everyone who has been supporting me. And I'm so happy to show everyone that didn't believe in me that I made it.
Hi, welcome to Studio Cosplay with Nimdra. I'm Nemdra. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about cosplay and what it is and the history behind it, because that's the theme today. So cosplay is short for costume play, and it means that a person wears a costume to represent a specific character. The word itself came around 1984 from this guy called Nobuyuki Takahashi in Studio Hard. But the growth of cosplay didn't start until the early 90s. I want to show you a little short clip from the 90s, how cosplay was then.
There we go.
For me, are doing their work on my costume. For the last time, I present you student design of this costume. Glory to the right, glory to me, Steve Kaiser Reinhardt. Oh, ah!
That was quite a difference. Well, at least I hope you will see that after watching this show and the progress of this show. We will have a couple episodes, so stay tuned for that. Dressing up has always been a thing. Ever since the 15th, people like to dress up in different costumes. Like, I meant by the 15th century, and not 2015. But like, say the masquerade parties at in the Renaissance, that was huge and still popular. People still like to dress up in masks and being all mysterious and stuff. You know what I mean. There is people easily mix up LARPs, live action role playing, with cosplay. They're similar. They're not the same, but very similar. The difference is in cosplay, you make a character representing an already existing character, while in LARPs, you make your own character, a role-playing character that you created yourself. So that's the difference. So, let's keep going with the show. I want to represent my two awesome, fine ladies, Miranda and Laura.
Hello.
So, who are you?
My name is Laura Sipilä. I'm a Finnish girl living here in Sweden. And my cosplay name is Laura Craft. So I have been cosplaying almost 10 years now. It's quite a long time.
And I'm Miranda. I'm called Tiddly Cosplay. 11 years ago, I started with the nickname Dot. But I
remember that.
Yes. But then somehow it got popular in the internet, so I couldn't take the nick anymore. So when Facebook became popular, it became Tiddly. And I work as a QA, so I work with mobile games.
That is awesome. It's kind of related in a way. Games and cosplay goes hand in hand. A lot of people don't see it that way, but this show is for showing people what cosplay really is. So, what kind of cosplayer do you consider yourselves to be?
I love cosplaying almost everything, but my favorite is gaming characters. And as you know, my name, Laura, so I love Lara Croft is my favorite character. I have done like every outfit of her in every game. Yeah. So it's my babe.
I can't really say that I'm one cosplayer like type, because I've been doing this for 11 years. I have over 55 characters from like Game of Thrones, video games, obscene animes and books and everything. But I do enjoy competing and I do enjoy crafting, and I like theater.
Yeah, we actually have some pictures all from way in the beginning of you guys. What the hell? No. Let's show. This is Laura.
Yeah, that was like my first costume I did. Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII. I did it because I love the character, but yeah.
You do fit as her. You should remake this cosplay.
I'm almost done with the remake.
Wow!
Almost. Just need to make the shoes and the belt, and then it's done.
Let's show them a picture of Miranda in her beginning.
Uh-oh. I started as Winry Rockbell in 2006.
So cute.
Wigs did not exist back then.
Oh my god, you look so cute.
Can we show everyone like more recent cosplays of Miranda? This is like through the years. Like, look at that. Look at that.
Now we're
dress.
going through like my still early. I think this is 2012, so
wow.
It's still a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but it still looks amazing. Wow,
and that's
look
a
at
recent
that.
one.
This one I really love. Oh my god.
Yes.
Thank you.
You really look like her. Khaleesi, Game of Thrones. And look at that.
Yeah, League of Legends. I heard that's popular nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm totally addicted to the game.
But the bow, I have seen this bow.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's one of my favorite props, like ever.
It feels like a lot of pictures of me, and
we'll show Laura soon. But I want to show you off as well. You're so skilled. Like I've been watching you ever since, I don't know, 2008 when I saw one of your first sketch with Norrland's Cosplay Front. Yeah. And I was such a big fan, and your group was always like, oh my god, they're gonna make a sketch on this con. I have to watch it. Let's queue in like 5 hours just to get in. Let's show some pictures of Laura.
Oh, this was the newest one I did this year. The first costume I did from Skyrim, Forshorn. I say it wrong, but there was a lot of snow in Stockholm, and I was like, I need to have pictures in the snow. So Soli Photo, he was awesome to go with me into the winterlands in Stockholm and take these pictures. It was so cold, but this was so worth it.
I can imagine you being cold. And there we have it, the famous Lara Croft.
There's my babe.
You like snow?
Oh my god, yeah, that's a snow picture too. Damn.
I can't see anyone else doing Lara as good as you do her.
Thank
Like
you so
for
much.
me, you are. They should hire you to like be the face of Lara Croft.
Thank you.
Croft. You're Lara Croft.
I'm Lara Croft. Yes.
Okay, since we're talking about your history, so when was your first con?
My first con was UpCon. It was 2007 when it was really small.
Same.
But when they were in the small.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
How about you, Miranda?
I was to UpCon 6, so I remember it was such a big deal. We were 108 cosplayers, I think, in the competition, and that was record-breaking. I think we are like 6,000-7,000 now.
Yeah.
It's insane how it has grown.
I mean, can you imagine that was 10 years ago?
I feel old.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
like getting to hurt a little bit inside because you're like, oh damn, I have done
But it
this
also
so
feels
long time.
amazing in a way. Because we have been through the history in Sweden of cosplay. Like we were in the beginning when there was no wigs. Maybe in the USA you had to order it and it cost like $100 just for some crappy wig.
Or you colored your own hair.
Yeah.
That was like my thing to do in the first
That's
ones.
what I did with my first cosplay. But then again, I like to be redhead.
Oh, it's a beautiful color.
So I want to know a little bit, talking about the materials and stuff like that. I want to know a little bit how the difference is in finding materials. What did people do armor of, or finding fabrics and all that kind of stuff? How did you guys manage to do that?
I was most like looking at stuff near my, like the stores near me. I was trying to find stuff there and then like, okay, maybe I can build something from this. And you can like find some information on the internet, but not so much because it wasn't so big. So you like test it, what works for you, and you're like, okay, this is good. And it was kind of hard to find things.
We have been quite lucky in the fabric department because the Nordic LARPs has been a very big thing very long. So they already had taken in like different kinds of fabrics, which was really nice. But however, if you wanted to do like props and do wigs didn't exist. I remember my first wig, everyone's like, oh, it's so good looking. I'm like, yeah, but no, really not, because you couldn't have anything. But I remember one friend of mine did props and armor out of lampshades plast.
Wow.
Yeah, so she had to go like to IKEA and buy lamp plastic, and it's not supposed to be heated. So it was really dangerous back then.
Exactly. It was like find everything from the store and test it. If it works, it works. Otherwise, okay.
My first armor piece was from a dishwasher, like I don't even know what it is, but like actually real metal.
That was. I know I worked a lot with paper mache and clay.
Yeah.
Air drying clay, but it got so heavy with clay.
Yeah.
It's I look fabulous right now, but I can't move.
Yep.
But it actually looked like shit.
But you were happy then. Like, yeah, I did something.
Yes, I was really happy, and people came up to me and were like, "Oh my God, how did you do that?" And it was like such a difference from now, and now you can get like Vorbla and stuff so easy, and the whole like Eva foam thing, like, why didn't we figure that out back 10 years back? Come on, what?
And not to mention just the YouTube part of it. Like before, it took 12 hours to upload the tutorials. The tutorials was not available. Like you maybe got a crappy picture. Like, oh, this is something, I don't know what it is. Nowadays, it's like you can film with your phone and get a perfect tutorial.
Yeah, that is a great point. And I remember, I'm talking about wigs, I remember when I bought a wig, I had to think about all the characters it would fit. Like, okay, I bought a blonde wig. Who does it fit? What can I wear with it? It's like at least 5 characters had to fit with that wig. Otherwise, it wasn't worth it.
I don't need that wig then.
Yeah, well, it was too expensive, and it took way too long to arrive to Sweden.
Yeah.
And when it arrived, you could get like a fee for the like travels and the cost of the item. So it was like it wasn't worth it. Dyeing your hair was easier.
Yeah, exactly. I have a little bit luxury there because my mother is a hairdresser.
Yeah.
So I could like, please, mom, can you color my hair like purple? To my Ayane cosplay I did from Dead or Alive. She was like,
oh, I remember seeing you in that cosplay. I didn't know you back then, but I have a photo of you. I think I sent it to you.
I remember actually people talking about, oh, the hair is great. Oh my God, I want to.
I thought that was a wig.
No, which one? Ayane from Dead or Alive?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about
Motoko.
another. Yeah.
Motoko. No, that was a cheap wig that
but you looked awesome.
Like, fix it a lot.
I remember thinking, it's like, wow, she's brave.
It was cold.
Yeah, but that costume is very
revealing,
and I was like, wow, I would never dare to wear that. But then again, you have like perfect body that fits that kind of costume.
I don't know what I did there, but yeah. Thank you.
Yes, I want to talk a bit about like people think that cosplayer are cringy in a way because they compare, they think cosplayers run around and pretend to be the character all the time. Now, some people like to do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think so, at least. But I know on stage, people like to act out their character or represent their characters in a way. So I just want to show a little clip that Miranda sent me with her doing a sketch for Silent Hill nurses. It looks amazing. So I have to show you guys.
photography, taking a picture of you, taking a picture of me, taking a picture. Rama, lama, bang, bang, flash, bang, bing, bang, ding, dong, ding, dong, 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 dong. With a hammer, bang, bang, flash, bang, press, bang, 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 ding, dong, 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 dong. With a system of bang, bang, crash, bang, big bang, boing, 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 dong, dong, dong. With a bang, and if I need a rhythm, it's gonna be to my heart I listen. And if I need a rhythm, it's gonna be to my heart I listen.
That was amazing. I want to remind the viewers that you can ask questions. If you hashtag cosplay studio, you will you can communicate with us. In the end, we will have an excuse me, a Q&A, and you can ask anything you want. Just be appropriate, and we will answer as good as we can. So don't forget to hashtag Cosplay Studio on Twitter and ask wherever you want to. So we have a question right here. Miranda, how did you practice the Silent Hill performance in advance?
For UpCon, this was the second run we did it, but I think we practiced it so much that I think I still can remember the dance. Like we hired an underground area with mirrors in it, and we practiced, I think, every week for 3 months at least. Yeah.
That's why it looks so good. Practice makes perfect. So, we were talking a bit about people acting out their characters. I know you do a lot of LARPing as well, so that's all about acting out your character. But what do you think about the difference between cosplay and LARPing and acting out your character?
I'm gonna take it from a perspective of someone who has studied theater. While LARPing, for example, you really go into what is the character feeling and how will you react if someone just looks at you weird. On cosplay and on stage, you have already decided that. You are not feeling that. You know exactly how you're feeling, and you have practiced how it looks good for the audience. It's a different thing of standing on a stage and trying to be seen by thousands of people, because every single one of them have to understand what are you feeling right now.
Yeah. How do you feel about it, Laura? Do you act out as your cosplay character when you are in cosplay, or are you just yourself?
I'm usually myself a lot at conventions. But if I'm going to like take pictures of my costume, or if I'm going to, someone is wanting to take a video, then I'm going to act like the character as much as possible. But I usually walk around as myself. I'm like a little, run around Finnish craziness.
I'm exactly the same, like in front of pictures, on a video, and on stage. Otherwise, I'm pretty much myself because it's more relaxing that way. It's a lot of work trying to act your character all the time.
Yeah. I get really impressed by people who are all the day long, like exactly as the character from the game or anime or manga.
Yeah.
Like it's insane how much energy.
Especially if you recognize the character. I mean, I've seen a lot of Captain Jacks from Pirates of the Caribbean walking around and being drunk.
It's kind of fun to look at.
Are we sure it's acting?
Oh, maybe it's Johnny Depp in there walking around.
I wish. So, you guys have been in the community for a while. What do you think about the community from then and now? Is there a difference? Are people mean in the community? Are people welcoming, more warm, or was it better back then? Is it better now? What do you guys think about that?
It's kind of a hard question because the community was a lot smaller back then.
True.
And that's why it was kind of easier to know each other, exactly who is who. And it was like everybody was really close to each other. And now when it's gotten so much bigger so quickly, then there's toxic people. It's like impossible to ignore. Like there's always everywhere. But I'm really happy how it is right now, that it's bigger, because before it was like people couldn't really understand what it was. They were like really looking down at you when you were like, oh, are you you are this kind of nerd. But right now it feels like, wow, really, you are doing that?
Yeah.
I think social media has changed a lot. I remember not having Facebook and only being on forums. Cosplay.com was the only thing that you could reach other cosplayers with.
Yeah.
And it's not that it has gotten worse. Cosplay is still a very welcoming community. It's all about fighting, like being outside and fighting that, and being welcome in the community. However, like before, you really knew almost everyone. At least in Sweden, you knew everyone, or you at least looked up to them, or something like that. Now it's so many new people, I can't even comprehend it. And before, I competed a lot, and now I actually look up to more people, and because it's easy accessible to see and be inspired.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to a convention to see other people, which helps in building a community.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I've got so many friends through the community itself just by chatting, or like, I know you, therefore I know your cosplay friend. It's it's like, I've seen your pictures, we're totally friends now. You liked my picture, I liked your pictures, we're besties.
Yeah. But also the feeling like when someone is cosplaying as the same character as you, or you love that character they are cosplaying, you're like, now
we're friends now.
We're partners. Let's go.
Or it's like, I'm better than you. I'm the better one. Come on, we all had that thought once.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes, but not that often anymore.
No.
Exactly, like inspired.
Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about competition as well, because that is a huge part of the cosplay community. Not a lot of people do compete, and that is totally okay, because that's not what cosplay is about. Competing is just a part of it. Personally, I like the competition because I like the kick out of it. And I like, just pure honesty, I like the attention as well. I mean, you make a costume, you worked so hard for it, it's nice to get a prize. So I know you've been through both the Swedish Mastership and the World Cosplay Championship in Japan.
Yeah.
You were the first team from Sweden to actually compete. We had another team there the year before, but they didn't compete. They were just there checking this stuff out. Yeah. How was that?
Actually, it's really well, how to formulate? It's a really weird feeling, because this is the thing I wanted for 10 years, but it wasn't a competition when I came there. It was like finding a family.
Oh.
Yeah, it sounds really cheesy, and it's like I always looked on the internet like everyone talking about the VCS family, but it really was, and it's really weird. But the same thing was when I was competing in Euro Cosplay as well.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, you were in Euro Cosplay as well.
Yeah.
Wow, you've been everywhere, haven't you?
Not everywhere.
Almost.
Almost, yeah. But yeah, competitions for me is not really competing. And sure, I like the attention. Sure, I like the show, and a prize is always making me cry. But I haven't won that much. I more like making a show. Like I'm here making a show. I think people
Yes.
will maybe go home and do something fun with it.
Yes, inspire others. That's what I like. After cosplaying for so long, I like the idea of inspiring others to cosplay, or like seeing the idea behind the cosplay. That's like why I agreed to make this show. And just put it out there. Is there a difference between, say, the Swedish Mastership and Euro cosplay and the VCS?
Looking at me, yes,
Because I don't compete so much anymore. So like,
absolutely. The competition in Sweden began with almost only being crafts. The only thing you got judged on was crafts, and that has really reflected on the Swedish competing system. Craft is the most important thing. In Euro Cosplay and in World Cosplay Summit, performance is 50% or more. That's why we chose to do simple costumes for the World Cosplay Championship and do, for them, a weird skit, but a performance that took us to the finals. So it's really performance that is important in other communities.
Yeah, I think it's about 20% in the World Cosplay Championship, if I'm not wrong.
No, it's 40%, and the craftsmanship is 40 as well. And then we have 10% accuracy to the source material, and 10% in something more. I don't remember.
but I was thinking about one thing. I know this is like not popular in Sweden, but in Russia is popular that you have like you have a team.
Yeah.
Like one does their props, one sews everything, one do the wigs, and there's a model. How was it in the World Cosplay Summit? Could it be like that, or was
it could be that. You had to have a hand in your costumes, and mostly do your costumes yourself. But you could have the big team. I don't even know which country it had, but I think seeing a picture of 9 people working on one thing.
I think Philippines have that a lot.
Yeah.
Having teams working on a costume.
And it's allowed, and for us in Sweden it's really weird. But in the World Cosplay Summit, that's just
Yeah.
Because I really hope will get bigger in Sweden.
So I have one more question for you guys: is why do you cosplay? Why? A lot of people ask me that. Like, why do you spend all this time, all this money, like all your life? I mean, it becomes a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So why do you cosplay?
This is like a thing I have been thinking about a lot lately. I'm like, why am I doing this? But there's like the feeling when you build and sew everything, and I love doing that. Building everything, like props, making props. But then the best feeling, go to a convention and connect with people who have the same interest and be the character. Like those two things, be the character and do the props.
I have actually been thinking about this a lot, so maybe now I go a little bit too deep. I have had, like, let's call it the cosplay depression for 5 years, and I have really, now the latest years, tried to find out why should I keep on cosplaying? Why, like, really find why is this making me happy? Why do I still being dragged back? It's the building. I really like seeing that this is something I have done. Like, how the F did I do this? I don't know. It looks amazing. How did I do it? I like that feeling. I really like that when you put on a costume, it's basically saying, this is who I am. And people just looks at you and accepts you for who you are. Like, they see that you like cosplay, you like crafting, you like this character. Why do you like that character? You communicate that by just putting on a costume. And I like that way of communicating, because I can be an introvert sometimes, and just an easy way to find new people, a family.
Yes, I totally agree, and I feel the same way, actually. But right now, You guys gonna go have some Swedish fika.
Yes.
And we will take a little break and I'll be right back with our next guest. So I'll see you in a moment.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
Take on, warriors! There's a storm approaching, and only the strongest of heroes will survive. Will you answer the call and thrive as the war chief of the storm? Or will you abandon your destiny like a coward? If you choose to accept this quest, you will have to venture into the Nexus with your most trusted brethren. Attempting to claim the position as war chief on your own would be nothing but foolish. So go forth to victory. Go to battlefight.com/King of Nordic and sign your team up today. No, not that website. Wrong website. You can find the right link to join the battlefield in the Twitch chat, in the description of this video, in this Facebook post, whatever media you see this video in. The battle for the mantle of War Chief and a 5,000 euro prize pool awaits you. Sign up today. Luktar Rugar for the Horde.
Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away.
Hi, I'm Nemdra, and I'm gonna tell you my story how I made cosplay a profession. When I was a little kid, I was always the shortest, the tiniest, so I was an easy target. I usually played alone. I didn't get along with the other kids. I was kinda different, I guess. When I was a kid, I had a lot of ambitions and dreams. I wanted to be an astronaut for the longest time. I wanted to fly to the moon and see the Earth and all the stars in the night. I also wanted to be an archaeologist. And then I wanted to be a hairdresser. As I said before, I was bullied a lot, especially in middle school. Kids are really mean. I hit depression and I didn't find much sense in life. But then I discovered something amazing. I discovered books, I discovered games, I discovered anime and that whole world. I never knew my own ambition and how far I would go. I made my first cosplay in 2009, Amy Sorrell from Soul Calibur 4. I used to play that a lot. And I found her looking like me, I guess. For the longest time, I was addicted to League of Legends. I made my favorite character, Lulu. A new skin had came out. It was Winter Wonder Lulu, and I found it so pretty and adorable. So I made my own costume, and I competed. And something amazing happened. People voted for me. So I won my first prize, the People's Choice. So this really motivated me to keep going. So I made another costume. I made Gnar, a new character in League of Legends 2014. And I made favorite cosplay yet, Tiny Tina from Borderlands 2. I didn't plan to compete. I feel
Just here, Tilde. Hi, Tilde. Hi. Can you tell me who you are?
Yeah, so my name is Tilde, or Gurka, and I am a cosplayer. I am 17 years old. I've been cosplaying for 5 years, so for a while.
You started really young then.
Yeah, I guess I was 13.
Oh, yeah, that is really young.
Do that? No, 12. I don't remember. Something like that. And yeah, I don't know much more to talk about.
It's older than you. So, then you're still in school?
Yeah.
What are you studying?
I am studying dance.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I like the half time I dance and half time I study other subjects.
Yeah, so you have some stage performance ability.
Yes.
Stage.
Yes. We do it all the time. They like to train us to be on stage, so we do it quite often.
Have you been competing and tried being on stage with cosplay?
I've competed once in this cosplay. It was PepCon 2000 and I don't know, 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been to PepCon.
No, it's quite small, and I don't know, they skipped like 1 year, and I don't know if they're coming back. But I won like the best sewing. I don't know how to say it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you started cosplaying when you were 12.
Yeah.
So how do you pick your cosplays? Where, like, is it games, animes, books? I don't know.
Well, I usually go for movies because I watch a lot of movies. I love Disney, and I don't really play a lot of games, but I have some cosplays from games, and they're like RPG.
Yeah, I know you told me about the 2 cosplays you want to make.
Yes.
At least I think we have some pictures of that.
Yeah, okay.
So it was what's her name?
Do you play?
That's Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
I am halfway through dyeing the wig, so I'm dyeing all the roots, and I'm halfway through the costume itself.
How do you dye the wig?
Well, if you have a pen, like alcohol pen,
yeah,
and then you just paint. Like you go through wefts and wefts, and you paint,
yeah,
and then you I take acetone,
yeah,
and then you blend it out.
So is it like a white wig or a pink wig?
It's a pink wig with purple in the bottom, in the roots, but it's supposed to be almost black, so I paint it black.
That is amazing. And you seems like you like characters with different hairs, as you're green today.
Yeah.
And then we have another picture of another character you want to make as well, which has massive hair.
Yeah, Genevieve from the 12 Dancing Princesses. I actually dance ballet, and I'm like learning to do the toe shoes thingy.
Yeah.
So my thought is to make her dress and then actually do performance and compete with her.
Yeah.
Because I love the dance.
Do you have a plan on which con you're gonna do it?
I have no idea. At first I was like, now Narcon in summer, but I work.
Yeah.
So I don't have the time, and I don't have the time to make it. So maybe it'll be next year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah, why not? Like, why put a deadline if you don't have to? Yeah, I mean, it's just stressful. I would know. I've had a lot of deadlines.
Yeah, a lot of cosplays do. Like they go to one con and then when they're done, they plan the next competition. Like the focus is the competing, and I understand that like competing is fun, and it gives you a thrill, and it's just like some people like to work under pressure. I'm not that person because I'm the one starting on one project, then waiting a half a year, and then just continuing.
You've been in a lot of competitions?
No, only one.
Oh, and you won a prize on your first competition.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What do you have any goals? Is there someone in cosplay? Do you want to like be in the Swedish Mastership, or doesn't you're not that interested of that or something?
Well, I find it interesting to compete. I find it like fun, but my main focus is actually like panels.
Yeah.
And like acting the characters live and with people.
Yeah.
So what I do at conventions is being in panels as different characters. And I like to work at conventions too. So if I get as I want, I probably will just, I don't know, maybe arrange more.
So in a panel, you're just sitting from the same show or series or game and acting out as the characters?
Exactly.
And talk to each other or with the crowd?
Well, it's different. I usually do with my groups that is like a Q&A from the audience, so we have to communicate with them, and then we can act towards each other also. But it's mainly the contact between the character and the audience, because you want to give them an experience. You want to make them feel like you're actually the character.
Yeah.
But some people, they do a lot more of like theater, but like they've written down what they're supposed to do. So they make scenes and they practice them.
Yeah.
And they have small Q&As, but their main focus is to make a scene. So, but I'm not that kind of person. I like to improvise. So
yeah, improvising is fun. I know a lot of people who does that, and they do it perfectly. I think I heard something about Q&As. Yes. Like speaking of Q&As, we had some question from Robin Engström.
Okay.
What would you consider to be the biggest challenge during the creation of cosplay? And great show. Thank you, Robin.
Well, the hardest thing for me is probably to finish. Like I have 5 cosplays at home that's just lying there waiting for me to finish them. So that's probably the hardest for me because I always start and I never finish them.
Yeah.
So, but like...
I can relate to that.
So when I take something, I do it and I do it for weeks and then I just stop. And then I can begin again and actually finish them, but that's not very often.
I have the problem where I get hyped about the character in a cosplay and I'm so hyped about it. I'm like, I have to make it and it's gonna be finished by this con, and then maybe I don't finish it but by that con, and then that motivation just and then I find another character and then I end up with half-finished cosplays everywhere. I try to go back and finish them, but I think I have a couple of cosplays. I don't know if I ever will finish them. They're just there.
Yeah, so like I started Gamora for 1 year ago, I think, and I was going to make her for Comic-Con Stockholm.
Yeah.
And I had about 3 months, maybe. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. But then I didn't do it. And now I haven't worked on her for months. But I'm going to start again when the weather's okay with me spraying outside.
Yeah.
Because no, it won't work.
Yeah, the cold ruins it for us in Sweden.
Yeah.
Especially like if you want to work outside with spraying and molding and all that stuff that you can't do indoors if you live in a normal apartment.
Yeah.
So, what is your reason to cosplay? Why do you cosplay?
Oh God. Well, I think it's mainly for the people. I started for the people. I've like I noticed that they were all awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone was so nice, and not saying like I was always the outcast. Like
Yeah.
every cosplayer ever.
Yeah.
And then you come into a community where everyone is so welcoming.
Exactly.
So that catch my interest, and then I think I just continued cosplaying because I was so inspired by like other people. Like you see them on stage, and you were like, how did they do that? That's so amazing.
Yeah.
And you want to try it, and you fail, and you try it again, and then you just succeed. And when you're finished, it's that feeling, like I made this. Like I made this, and I'm still amazed by it.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Well, you look amazing.
Thank you.
We have some pictures as well of you that you sent me. So I want to show you off just a bit.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
me and my
selfie.
friend.
Yeah.
I'm Pascal, and they are oh god, what the name? From the flying boy with the green dress.
Peter Pan?
Yeah, Peter Pan. That's the name. And it's at a Disney panel at Comic-Con from last year.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's me from Narcon.
That's a nice picture.
Last summer. Yeah, it's really
Like,
nice.
you can see the whole costume here.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard when you're sitting down, but
Yeah.
now the viewers can see you.
After a panel again, and after the Disney panel with all the amazing people, they were so nice, and it was so fun.
Yeah,
Especially
that's
the
fun.
sisters from Cinderella.
Oh, that is amazing. Oh, look at that. What's that under her dress?
That's Eugene or Flynn Rider from Tangled.
Yeah. That's hilarious. I didn't see that before.
No. In a picture taken after that, he just climbed out.
Yeah.
And we were like, why are you under her skirt? But like, that's what I love. I love the people. I love that we have so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of it. Maybe people in the normal world, the normal community would find us really weird.
Yeah.
Which I honestly don't really care. It's like, that's your problem, dude.
Exactly. Like, I often find more people interested.
Yeah.
Like, from my school, people ask, what are you doing? And I'm like, watch the show tonight.
Yeah.
So I think
that's so
actually
fun.
some of them do, just to find out what it is that we're doing. Because they don't know and they are interested.
We have... Yeah, someone is hyping Gamora hype.
Yay! I love Gamora.
I do
She's
too,
super cool.
actually.
She's so badass. I'm like,
Are
I
you
want to be green again. I like green.
Yeah.
Did you notice?
I can see that
Yeah.
you like green.
So she's super cool.
She is. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
I saw that, but then I was like, body paint. I'm so tired of body paint.
Yeah. I was like, can I do that? Can I just not do the green stuff? Is that possible? I don't know how I will.
I think you have to. Otherwise, you will just be a girl in leather and purple hair.
So I'm gonna go the extra mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be.
Well, at least it's not your full body.
Thank you. I'm so
I think
grateful.
she has gloves as well.
I don't think so. I don't know. I can't make gloves, so that's a problem if she does.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, when I do gloves, when I cosplay characters with gloves, and I know I'm not gonna compete, I buy the gloves.
Yeah.
If I'm not competing, it doesn't matter.
No, exactly. Like, I didn't make this. I just dyed it and then painted it.
Yeah, it looks amazing. I mean, it's not always about just creating the costume. It's like the experience of actually being in a costume.
Exactly. Like, my favorite cosplay is bought. And it was the first or second one I bought. And it's still my favorite.
Yeah. I bought a couple cosplays and I'm not ashamed of that.
No.
Like, I look fabulous.
Yeah. Like, hello. Have you seen me?
Do you have like some random fact about you? Just something completely random.
Some random fact. Okay. I'm lactose intolerant.
So am I.
Well, congratulations.
No, I love ice cream. I still eat it though. I take one for the team. I mean,
but my mom bought those little pills you can take so you can eat milk and stuff.
Yeah, I have those too, but most of the time I forget them at home.
And then you lie there, I'm like, I'm such pain. Please help.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, every time. No, but my mom, she usually buys me lactose free.
Oh, that's nice of her. Half of my family is not lactose intolerant, so usually it's like half-half. And I don't like lactose intolerant food. Like lactose intolerant ice cream is disgusting. Sorry.
Well, you can get the vegan kind, and it's fine.
Never tried.
Try it. It's fine.
So I want to keep going. We're gonna take a little break, and we're gonna bring the other girls in, and we're gonna have a little interview with the rest of the interwebs. Gonna talk to us.
Okay.
And here we are, the whole team. So that was a video from Narcon Winter 2007. I filmed that. I'm not great at filming, I'm still learning. I'm more experienced of being in front of the camera than behind it, but I'm learning. So there will come out another better video about Narcon and my experience at Narcon. This was just a small recap for you guys. Yes, and let's start with the Natros. It's 93. How much did your first cosplay cost you? Who wanna start?
I'm actually grateful that it's the first cosplay because I think it's only costed like 400 crowns. So that was very cheap.
Yeah.
I think mine was like 200 kronos, so 20 euros, because I totally find everything from home. Yes. It was Ayane from Dead or Alive.
Well, I think mine was like so much more expensive because the only wig was 300 crowns. But then my mother made the cosplay for me, so it got cheap just because she made it.
Yeah.
So I think it was some 600 crowns or 500, something like that.
It was around the same for me, 600 kroners. I was in school back then. I was studying design. So I got a bit of help with the sewing part, but then I had to make the hair part, and I had my own hair, and I added extensions, and it was an experience, but it was fun, and my sword broke. So now I know not to make a sword in paper. Young Senpai says, "Hi everyone, love the show with a heart. How have the cosplay competitions changed since you started cosplaying?" Sorry, I'm a bit tired, so we got it.
Yeah, everyone's looking at me again.
You have the mic.
Well, you start and then we go around.
Actually, not that much. The system has been a little bit more clear. We are more welcoming into new cosplays. We have the novice, intermediate, and mastership.
Yeah.
That wasn't existing when I was there. And when I started cosplaying, you voted on the person you wanted to like win the public vote, and you did that by having like a box with paper, and you wrote the number you wanted to vote on.
I remember
and
that.
Other than that, it's still like go up on stage. Like we have more performance as well, but otherwise it's mostly have fun, be nervous backstage, don't know what's going on, do rinse and repeat.
or was it like change it? Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Tell your experience as well. Everyone is welcome.
Okay, I haven't competition so much. Just in the beginning, like when I started cosplaying. After that, I stopped competition because I like lost the feeling about cosplay being fun for me. So that's why I stopped at competition. But it was fun in the beginning to get the kick, as you talked about. But after that, it was too stressful for me. So that's why I stopped. I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I've only competed once.
Yeah. I relate a lot with what Miranda said. And I think it's more serious now, though. That's my opinion. It gets more competitive. Before it was more, let's do it for funs. Let's do it for shits and giggles. Like it wasn't so serious, but now it's, even though we have the guidelines at novice, intermediate, and master, it's still more serious. Especially if you compete in master, it's like special. Like there's a quality that is expected when you compete in master. In some competitions, there's expectations, and that makes it more competitive and harder for everyone, which makes it stressful, as you said, and people stop doing it. Then there is smaller cons where people compete at smaller cons because they're less serious, they're less tense, and there isn't much rules about you have to do this, you have to do that, and I think that's good. That it's good that there's a difference and that you can kind of choose what you want to do. I like the harder competitions because I work hard, and then I want to show that, like, I did this, I did that. I don't want to be compared to someone who bought their whole costume and compete. Some cons accept that you compete in a bought costume that you may have modified, and I don't think it's fair to be compared to someone who did that. Not that it's wrong, but that is difference. There's a big difference.
They're just, as you said, like people can compete with the bought costume. I think there's a thing like it depends on the judges a lot when there's that competition, because it depends how the judges are then. Otherwise it can be really like, oh, you have bought this, you are going to win directly, or some other people can be like, no, it's acceptable to like do that. So yeah, but I think it's okay to buy a costume.
Yeah,
like
me too.
I think it's awesome as long as you feel good about it. So
exactly. We have another question. Annabelle asks, great show. What's your current dream cosplay?
Oh my god, I have had this question so many times, but my dream cosplay is Sarah Kerrigan, Queen of Swamp, from Stargate.
With
the bones, with everything. It's my dream cosplay, but I feel like I'm not ready to make it yet, because it's like I want to make the body out of like latex, like do a bodysuit, and I want to do the boning like perfectly, and the wings and everything. So I'm not ready to make it yet. So I'm like soon, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't really have a dream cosplay, but the one I'm looking most forward to, it's Genevieve with the big princess dress, because I want to be princess, obviously.
Yeah. Who doesn't? Come on.
Yeah, it's like golden sparkles, and I like that.
I can choose one dream cosplay. So let's just start. I really love super giant games, and I really want to have a transistor at home, and I really want to do Red from Transistor.
Oh, you would fit so good as her.
And then I have from old MMO RPG that it's not really that good, but it's very addictive, and it's called Granado Espada. The music, everything is so amazing, and there's a elementalist design that's called, I think it's Blue Elementalist Serpent Dress, which is a dream cosplay of mine.
I have, ever since Undertale came out, I fell in love with the Spider Queen, or the Spider Muffet. It's a purple spider, and she has 6 arms, and that got me excited. I was like, I want to make those arms. How do I do it? I want them to move with my body, and that's a cosplay I really want to do, and I want to compete with it if I succeed in the way I want it to be. And she has 5 eyes. I have to make 5 like I don't. It's 6 arms and 5 eyes.
It sounds like perfect.
It sounds like a freak, that's what it sounds like. But it's a freak I'm excited to do. So, do we have another question? Casper asks, short question for all the cosplayers. Favorite con ever? Favorite cosplay by yourself? Next project or the future one?
Ooh.
This is not a short question, Casper.
I already forgot it. I'm not even kidding.
Let's keep it there so we remember.
Favorite con? Let's go.
The last UpCon. It was sublime in every way. They really hit that mark.
I remember much crying.
Yeah,
Much
so much
wow.
crying, so good shows, everything.
Yeah.
Favorite cosplay? I would say Sia from Super Giant Games again, from Bastion, because it was so much that I learned. I learned to knit, I learned to actually do my patterns myself, pattern matching, because she has stripes and this very big fluffy pants, and I made a harp that I could play on. Not very good, but I could play on it. Epona's song was the only song I could. Next project, I am actually not sure. I think Valkyrie Mercy from Overwatch.
Oh.
I have been thinking about doing her too.
Let's twin.
Please, babe. My favorite. I'm like, yeah, girl. My favorite convention was. Can I say Japan Expo? It's more like an expo.
Yeah. Yes, it's an event.
Yeah. Because it was huge, and I love. Like, it was so much going on there. Amazing cosplayers, amazing people, and I was like, damn. So that's like my favorite convention. My favorite cosplay is Captain Misfortune right now. Because it took so much time to make the 2 weapons and 2 corsets.
I remember we were painting at the hotel during Narcan summer.
Exactly. And the hat.
And the hat.
And the jacket, everything. It was so much I needed to learn to make, and that's why I love it. And future cosplay.
Come on.
Yeah. Who can say no to that? No, but really, I was thinking about doing it. So, some cosplay from Blizzard. Some of their games. Some of from Blizzard. Nothing else. Yes.
Okay, so my favorite con is probably the last Narcon, just because I was in so many panels. There was 3 in one day, and I was dying because the changes were like half an hour.
Yeah.
But I also think like KawaiiCon 2016, because there were so amazing people and everyone was so nice, and it was so small, and I've never been to such a small convention before. It was adorable. So my favorite cosplay is probably this, because it's the first one I made all by myself. Otherwise, maybe Inu Yamanaka from Naruto. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not much to wear, but it's fun, and she's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm planning Genevieve and
Yeah.
Gamora. I've already told you about those, and I don't know after that. I'll probably get dragged in some group or stuff.
Yeah. My favorite con was definitely my first con, 2007, UpCon 7. Even though I didn't do anything and I hardly saw anything at the con, I think I spent most of my time in a wardrobe with other people singing. But it was because it was like entering a whole new world. I saw things like, it just blew my mind. I was like, this is the coolest thing I have ever seen. And that's when I saw cosplay as well. I was like, this is magical. I'm in heaven. But that's what got me into cosplay as well. So for that will always be my favorite convention. I don't think anything can top that, because the feeling I had.
Yeah. I know.
And the second question was, I don't remember, what was it?
Your
Favorite cosplay?
Yeah.
Favorite cosplay will always be Tiny Tina, I think. I don't know if I will ever top that because Tiny Tina is my boo. I love her. She is her sassiness, her craziness. She's a fine lady.
Damn, girl.
Thanks. And future cosplay is Sombra from Overwatch as well. I already special ordered fabric that I fixed in Photoshop and trying to make her stupid side cut. I don't know how to do that. I'm not shaving my own hair, so don't even suggest that.
I was like,
I know a person making them custom, so
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
will fit.
I want to do it myself. I want to learn, and I love that with cosplay, learning. I want to learn how to make the side cut in maybe latex. I don't know. I'll learn. I will teach myself. There is tutorials. There is people.
Everywhere.
There's the secret agents. I don't know. Let's take another question. Daniel asks, what is your favorite game, anime, and film, and why? But that's a huge question.
I actually can answer everyone except film. My favorite game is Nier Gestalt, so not the Nier that has come out, because I have not played it yet, so please don't spoil me. The music, the system, I planted that flower, I'm not gonna swear, and I made it like it's based on real time, and it takes like 18 weeks or something like that. So I sat on like changing the time in the like my hacked Xbox. I have a real Xbox as well. And my favorite anime is Revolutionary Girl Utena that I cosplay from. You saw a picture.
Yeah.
And that's very old. And film, I'm not sure. I think I watched Scott Pilgrim like 22 times or something like that, but I don't know if it's my favorite.
yeah. So, well, I forgot the question.
It was favorite game, favorite film, favorite anime.
Okay, so I don't really play games, but I watch Let's Plays.
Yeah.
My favorite game is probably Mad Father or Ib because they're scary. And I've tried to play them, but I get too scared. Like, I'm so easily scared. But I actually cosplay Aya from Mad Father. And my favorite anime? Oh god, I don't know. Yeah, it is.
Choose one that you like.
I like Kuroshitsu. It's everyone likes it, but yeah, I don't know. And a film, I don't know. I don't really watch movies. I watch series.
Yeah. So do I.
That's the same thing for me. Oh, this is hard. Game. But I can say one Tomb Raider because she's my babe. So I need to say her. She's my baby. Tomb Raider 2, exactly, is my favorite. Anime. I was obsessed with Dragon Ball and Naruto a lot. But right now I love Attack on Titans. I know everybody does it, but I really like it. It's something I like. It's so, how do you say, bloody.
Gory.
Yeah, gory. And favorite movie, I love Coraline. I really love how they did it. I love the story. It's so dark, but still like family friendly.
Have you read the book?
No.
It's really good. Yeah. I just thought of film. I think my favorite film is all the Disney movies. So that's one. All of them. I love all of them. I'm a nerd.
Yeah, really.
Let's see. My favorite game, Borderlands 2. But I've been addicted to Witcher 3 right now. It's Geralt of Rivia is my husbando.
Can I be your unicorn?
Yes. I'm actually planning on doing Yennefer from Witcher 3. But nothing can beat Borderlands. The whole universe, everything about it, the explosions, no refunds. And favorite anime? Oh, that's hard because mostly I don't watch so much anime. At least not lately. I used to when I was younger. I was really into Claymore, but I think I know I was really into Digimon, and Sailor Moon, Beyblade. When I was 11, I was in love with Kai. For reals, I was in love.
Girl. Me too.
Girl. Favorite movie, Lion King 2.
Oh. All the feels.
Can I, instead of anime, can I say my favorite manga is Battle Angel Alita?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because I don't like the anime. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my god.
But the manga.
Yes.
Manga is really good.
So I wanna thank all my guests for being here. Thank you, Tilde, Laura, and Miranda.
Thank you.
I'm so happy we got this opportunity and that you guys wanted to join me. And this is the wrap for our first show here at Studio Cosplay with Nimdra. You can, we will post an episode every week on Wednesday, 7 p.m. So be sure to follow us on Eason Studio, at Nemdra on Facebook, and our YouTube channel, which says Studio Cosplay Nemdra. So that's where you can find us, and we will have guests for every episode. And our episodes will always be first segment where we will talk about the subject around cosplay, and then the second segment we will always have the cosplay highlight, like we had today, where Tilde was our highlight, where we will go through just a specific cosplayer. So I want to thank our sponsors. Thank you, and I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your Q&As and the questions and our guests, and good night.
Thanks, babe.
Thanks, babes.
Thanks.
Take on, warriors! There's a storm approaching, and only the strongest of heroes will survive. Will you answer the call and thrive as the war chief of the storm? Or will you abandon your destiny like a coward? If you choose to accept this quest, you will have to venture into the Nexus with your most trusted brethren. Attempting to claim the position as war chief on your own would be nothing but foolish. So go forth to victory. Go to battlefight.com/King of Nordic and sign your team up today. No, not that website. Wrong website. You can find the right link to join the battlefield in the Twitch chat, in the description of this video, in this Facebook post, whatever media you see this video in. The battle for the mantle of War Chief and a 5,000 euro prize pool awaits you. Sign up today. Luktar Rugar for the whole.